Ini game udah too loud. Nah, tes 3 lah. Hi Ram, back again. How's Mac? Halo sama Kira. Welcome. Good evening and welcome to our Milthm live stream. Yeah, it's been a while since I last played this game on Steam. The last time I opened this game was October 2015. So yeah, almost a year ago. But we're here now after almost a year, and I heard that there's a lot of updates in this game now. We should lower the music. This is good lah ya. Ya, gue tahu dia. Nah, today we'll be playing Milthm. It's a rhythm game, but unique. At least on the mobile version, they have like moving judgment lines and stuff. But I think on PC, it's just tap as you go, right? Because there isn't really that much of a challenge for me. At least from what I remember. So when do I have to log in? I thought I already logged in. Oh, I guess I have to log in. But yeah, let me log in real quick. Sign in, yes. Is my audio dropping? Tenggelam nggak suara aku diberikan? Suara musik. Confirm this request came from Milthm. Yes, I confirm. Yes. Am I logged in already? Yes, I am. There you go. Game progress uploading time. Okay, download the game progress. Oh, never mind. I have better stuff. Go back to the garden now. But yeah, we'll be showing you the gameplay later. For now, let us do the beautiful mushroom gardening of this game. Login dulu. Because I don't remember where I played the game before. Like, did I play it on my phone or on my PC? I already updated on my phone, and then I opened Steam and I was like, wait a minute, Milthm is also on Steam. So we're going to play on Steam instead because it's much easier to play rhythm game on PC. When you're streaming, it's not lagging as much. The audio shouldn't be that delayed. Main bonus 100%. Oh no, I don't have droplets. Ketahuan nggak pernah main lagi. Ini apa sih? What you keep showing up? Exclamation mark. What do you want? Belum selesai cuy, telat. Dikit lagi watannya, I cannot do it now. Jadi garden buat unlock lagu sama level tanaman. Tapi ini muncul terus, what is this exclamation mark? Kamu mau aku ngapain? What do you want to do? Ini kan belum unlock, this is not unlocked yet. Oh wait, no, I can't submit this, I'm dumb. Submit first, there you go. Oh. Okay. My bad, guys. We need to water this, so... Maybe, how do I get droplets again? Lustrous Dream Mode, kan? Oh my god, to, it gross PC, hot take. Nota note is better. I don't know what Nota note is. Do they have new story mode? I think last time we were very... Nota note. Mode bulan terus pilih tengah. Where were we last time? Ini ya? I think it was... Oh, it was when we fell off or something. Yeah, from the stairwell. The entire story we're just trying to go downstairs. Okay. Was it downstairs or upstairs? Wait, upstairs. Ah, so we have new chapter now. Okay, okay. Nathan is basically PC Rizline. Execution is Milthm but better. But isn't the PC version of Milthm like Rizline? Like, I don't really have to tap anything, right? Side story nyatu sama chapter. Ah, paham. Need to catch up on the story first. I think lastly we just reached the surface or something, right? Blah 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 blah. The history, vacant desktop ring. Lufia. Can you remind me who we are and who this girl is? I remember Susan being that lady, that sat on the back of the cafe thing. But who is she again? Who are we to us? To her? What is our objective? Why are we going down? Akira memory not good, especially for a game that I haven't touched in a year. Do not approach. Apa nih? Milton. What? Surface area. Oh my god, wait, the Duck Girl from April Fool's 2025. Beberapa lagu happy jadi permanen, tapi harus bayar pakai plan. Maaf, Tipo. Oh, this does not look like a building that is more than 20 stories high. Nonton Spider-Man gak lu? I haven't yet. Dang it. My friends invited me, but I cannot go yet because my family doesn't go yet. So, yeah, I haven't watched the movie yet. Please do not spoil me the movie. Thank you very much. How to download Milthm without the visual novel? It's too heavy. Rizline. Milthm without story is Rizline. Okay, so it's from there. So, and then we have chapter 2. Side story. You haven't done side story. Order rain story. Order not done. Akhirnya jangan lupakan Mommy Susan. Ini Susan kan? This is Susan. Apa nih? Paketan lagu. Oh. Oh. Mau lagu apa nih kita? Nota-not kah? Kami go by the collaboration. Yes. Cara buka lagu gimana sih? I don't remember how to unlock song. Achieve a key. Oh, okay. Play cybernetic blazar and plastic. Oh ini ya. Ini. Where's plastic? Ini lagu terlalu berisik ya sih. I don't know if it's too loud or not. Splash. Oh ini. No, I have to use mushroom. I don't have mushroom. Well, tough luck to us. We cannot play plastic. We can play their song here. Tadi apa? Cybernetic Blazar ya. So unlock this song di Parkway. Jadi ini mode bulan. VTuberEN with the ministry. Horizontal flip. Distinguish exact versus perfect and great versus good. Yes. %100% good ya. Gak bisa nge-grinding kita alamak. 2, 3, 6. So I think 6 is normalish if we got 6. Yeah. Recover a small amount of beauty. Gain. Third drop that book. Come on. Use 75 to get this stuff. Okay, we play hard mode. Bracket Susan. Cookies pakai Susan aja kan? Gimana sih cara mainnya? I don't remember how to play this. This is just mash the keys, right? Any key works, right? It's like Adobe, right? Yeah, basically just spam. This is like baseline. Yeah, easy gameplay. It's like playing also with autopilot. You just tap the beat. Oh no, I lost my all perfect. Oh well, as long as we full combo is fine. I mean, if you're playing on phone, then you have to actually follow where the note lands. But since I'm on PC, I can. No, I lost combo. Akira to Toki. I'm sorry, Susan. I disappointed you. Yay! Complete 99.12%. SS rank. Oh, there's no rank. How many waters do you get? Hey, we have droplet. We can go to our mushroom plus it. Are the hollow notes flakes or drag catch notes? I don't know. I don't know what all of these are. Where's my mushroom? I want to open my mushroom, please. Need to water the plant. Okay, so 30 minutes. Bisa lah, I think we can farm a couple of mushrooms. Story chapter 2 baca section. Sama requested me play Subreddit. Let's go with level 8. Akira too cocky. He's thinking he can win this. My toxic ass thinking I can complete high difficulty song. What's the input for this? Just tap and hold on any keys. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is why it's hard. Yang penting selamat. As long as you survive. Oh my god, I can't read things. I think it's because my brain is forcing me to change keys even though I can just manage the same two keys over and over usually. Apa lagi? At least I survived. I can't read the notes. I have no idea what is happening. At least 95%. We still survive. I also does have phrase and drag notes. Oh yeah, so the circles are tap notes. The droplets are trace notes. Basically, you can just keep one finger on in any key and it will cover the entire trace note. Okay, we've done the song requested. We can't do the other one, so we're just going to the story now. Rank S minimal 850. Okay. Bukan persentasenya ya, it's not based on percentage. Yes. No, that's moon. What's moon rank? Itu nggak jadi moon. Restart on combo break. When playing certain chart, restart on accuracy below, chaotic note dance, down forward brain, notes vanish in the combo play. Yang sebelumnya rank moon white moon kebalik, moon purple moon itu oh yes, moon. Do we have to play with the moon mode or not? What's the difference between challenge between lustrous dream and normal dream? Tengok apa kita? Chapter 2 Main Story Section 1 Legality. The rain falling from the sky is cold and piercing, but the chill keeps us awake. Ever since stepping outside, I've often felt dazed. The scene before me is not unfamiliar, and yet, how long has it been since I last left the building? I do not know. Oh, now I remember. The girl is the one that is immune to the rain, right? Yeah, so people, if they touch the rain, they become like ghosts of their former self or something. But the girl is fine on the rain, and I think we also become immune to it after being affected by it for a bit. I think that's how it goes, right? Yeah, I think I remember the story now, which is why we can walk outside. But for Luvia, spacing out, she simply continued to look up at the ruined concrete jungle before us. No, I can't help but feel she wasn't really looking at these modern relics left behind by humanity. What is she looking at? What are you looking at? Those look like white birds. Birds? Now in here? How could it be? The pattering raindrops flow denser. The rain is getting heavier. It's not even rainy season yet, but this kind of downpour can overwhelm any umbrella or rain. I thought it's permanent rain. Like, what's the point of having rainy season if the entire day is just rain? No, the entire year is just rain. Or do they not have rain sometimes? I don't remember. I thought Milthm is a world where everything is rainy every time. and you will die mentally if you touch the rain. So that's why they need protective suits just to bury in the ground. We are lucky, but that does not mean we can avoid trudging forward in completely soaked clothes. Doesn't look right. Come in first. Ah, she hurried after me and jogged through a wide open building entrance. The timing of our departure from the building wasn't ideal, though in truth, history never left us much of a choice. The cover of night hid our escape, but no one was going to come after us anyway. I led Luvier into a convenience store where we could now shop freely and free. The sleep brought on by the rain had no effect on us, but neither of us would want to stand in the middle of downpour. I looked at the nearby empty food shelf and scavenged around, but as expected, everything had expired far too long ago. Far too long. How did humans here used to live? I looked out through the window frame, where only iron bars and a few shards of glass remained. The damn ashen night soaked this desert city. Everywhere I looked, there was nothing but ruined remains and deep green plant life. This was nature reclaiming its vitality from humanity. Ivy clung to the wall beside me. I plucked a leaf and followed the vine upwards with my eyes, only to see a huge trunk jutting halfway out of a concrete building, crowned with dense branches and leaves. Merely leaves. And that is the truth. I do not know about the outside world, but almost all animals that could pollinate plants are extinct in the city. The rain was not affecting only us, not only human beings. Just then, I heard a dry rustling sound by my ear, completely different from the rain outside. Did you eat? Wow. Feeling confused, I turned towards the source of sound, only to see Olivia opening a bag of snacks and pulling out lump after lump from the plastic wrapper to stuff into her mouth. I held my forehead and hurried over to her. Wait, I know you're hungry, but please stop being hungry for a second. Huh? Reluctantly, she put the bag back on the shelf. Anyway, I mean, doesn't it taste like moldy and disgusting though for it? Because it's already been there for so long. Sempet-sempetnya ngemil, atau ngemil makanan basi. Like, it's probably very moldy and I don't know, like soggy and stuff. Like, it should not be crunchy, at least. Seharusnya tidak ada suara crunch crunch gitu. Hmm. Anyway, she listened to me. There's no telling how long this food has been sitting there. It could cause problems. Some of it, well, some of it had obviously gone bad. Revia had picked a bag of chips that had completely turned into mashed potato. Tuh kan? Saking basinya jadi memblek, jadi cairan, cuy. Even that was among the least damaged food here. Tapi dikasih kayak gitu mau gak mau, ya sih. Tapi kayak I don't know. I mean, this girl is just too disheveled. Look at her. Is she pouting? Ngambek tuh dia kan. Pengen makan gak dibolehin. Expired plastic packaged food was only a minor issue. Most paper packaged snack had already rotted, and new growth had even started sprouting from them. Ih, tumbuh. Extra nutrisi ya namanya. Additional nutrition. Livia, look, mushrooms. Livia leaned in, staring at the tiny yellowish white mushroom caps that seemed to be disguised as part of the paper packaging. Anjir. Wow, they really are mushrooms. Maybe you could grow mushrooms using these paper wrap snacks. Wait. You have to make sure first, is the mushroom deadly or not? The color looks a lot like the cookies in Aunt Susan's dreams. Would they taste like cookies to you? No, they do not taste like cookies. The scene from Susan's dream appeared before my eyes again. I shook my head and saw only broken ruins and a hole in the ceiling, where gathered rainwater fell into a puddle like a tiny waterfall. A puddle above my ankles, and with light, it will probably even look clear. Being swallowed by clear water is the most hopeless situation, because this water will never drain away on its own. But anyway, Once again, I stopped Luvia. She reached for those little mushrooms. Stop eating everything! Actually, it's still better not to touch these mushrooms. Can't guarantee they're not poisonous. I have to be clear, since Luvia might take my jokes seriously. We stopped talking for a while. In fact, until night falls, the conversations we truly have are usually even shorter than this. The convenience store had far more things than the street outside, but only a few items could still be recognizable. We finished looking around quickly, and now we just stood in the water, quietly watching the rain outside. It probably won't let up anytime soon. Hmm, First time outside? Hmm, I am a bit nervous. It doesn't make much of a difference to me. This is the first time I've left a building for something like this. This is an area where we've never set foot in, so be careful. Any puddle could lead to a bottomless sewer, or maybe some wires are still alive somewhere. I explained all this to her carefully because an idea came to my mind, like a sudden flash of insight. There must be survivors in more than just that one building. If apartment blocks can preserve remnants of civilization for over a century, yeah. Bro, potato chip 100 tahun. Yeah, I don't think like it should be edible or make like crunchy noises. Then the department stores even more likely to have nurtured new life. Livia, let's go through the back. I know where we should go now. This was not about seeking shelter in another small refuge, because we couldn't be sure those people would be any less ignorant than the residents in our building. After all, we had come in from the rain without even a single raincoat between us. Could it be that we were demons who could not recognize our own kind? Even I couldn't answer that question for certain. When we reached the convenience store stockroom door, I held my hand out to Luvia behind me. Didn't touch a thing, so I turned around. Her clear, crystal blue eyes showed confusion, but a few seconds later, she quietly took my hand. Freezing cold, yet smooth and soft, completely unlike the rough hands that I and other residents developed just to survive. Luvia had never done hard labor before this. What does that indicate? Hold on tight to me. Even if you lose your footing or feel like you're about to fall, don't let go, no matter what. She did not respond, but that hand holding mine tightened. The sound of the rain drowned out everything else, and within a 1 kilometer radius, the only sounds besides the rains were probably just me and her climbing and moving through the ruins. We made our only choice. I hope it was the correct one. Ooh, chapter 2. After meeting the question above, play a deer once. Okay, play deer. Mana deer? Yeah. So I have to play chapter 2 songs, right? Nope, cannot. Where is deer? Oh ini, tinggal diklik. My bad bro, I didn't know that we have to click it. We play level 9, gas. Do we need the rain feature? Don't need for it. Bedanya apa sih kalau kalau bulan sama nggak bulan? What is the difference between the moon version and the non-moon version? Aku mau tes sesuatu tapi yang jajan. Sekarang juga nggak apa-apa. You can ask now. Like what's the difference between this and this? My bad. I don't think that the difficulty number changed. It's still level 9 here. Buat ngumpulin droplet doang, ih gak ada bedanya. Udahlah. Tapi nggak ada duit, dropletnya lagi penuh. Ya, just play normal mode kan. Dear, combust 9. Bisa you all perfect, trust. Already too early for me. I found a hack. Just hold one hand, one finger for the trace nose. To be fair, we're not playing on phone, so it's much easier. Nice, sir. I cannot. How are you supposed to do the trace nose like that? Yay, 800. Not 900, but good enough. Keren. Cuma satu doang kok ya, nanti aja. My vision was gradually blurred by trickling water, and my body grew heavier and heavier from this grueling trek that was even more exhausting than parkour. That may also be because I was practically dragging exhausted Luffy as we climbed over walls and through windows. Her stamina wasn't even half of mine. It was until I stepped on a wet piece of gravel, staggered a few steps, and almost fell into a pile of bricks that I considered a restful lap. Are you okay? I had already let go of Luvia's hand right before I sensed I was about to fall. She was behind me, looking me over with worry. That was because I told her not to move alone, even if the man standing still. I turned back and took her hand again. We climbed in through the second floor fire rails of this apartment building. The floor and ceilings here were in decent condition, suitable for a short stop. Built a new shelter here? Just for the two of us? Just the two of us. There probably isn't any usable generator here, and food would be hard to gather too. I mean, how could they still maintain a generator for over a century? True, then we still need to find somewhere more reliable. We barely rested long today. Even if no one was chasing us, we had to find our next foothold while we still had strength and body heat. Hunger aside, falling body temperature is the more urgent alarm. This place offered shelter from wind and rain. We can't start a fire. While moving through the building, I picked up one flashlight, 3 lighters, and 2 boxes of gauze. I didn't take the axe or saw. Too heavy. Upon closer look, I saw Luvia had picked up a pocket guide to common flowers from somewhere, holding it in her hands. A plant guide? I was curious, so I took it. It feels like we're carrying more and more weight. I thought we'd been possessed by ghosts. Well, we had been grabbing things as we go. Thinking back, did we pass a bookstore? I don't remember. Maybe I was automatically filtering out anything useless in the moment. I took out the lighters and tried them one by one. All failed. Looking closely, the fuel inside had long dried out completely. Even 20 of these would be useless. Seeing me fiddle with the flashlight, Luvia looked around to check for standing water, then walked into the bedroom, sat on a rotten bed, and started unwrapping the plastic wrap of that little guide. There were no batteries in the flashlight. Frustrated, I stuffed the dead flashlight into my pocket, held the case. I don't know how to pronounce ghost gaze, and looked for Luthien. She had already started reading the introduction. Oh, so she can read. I wanted to call her to leave, but out of the corner of my eye, I noticed her trembling legs. I couldn't tell if it was from the cold or near limit exertion, so I turned back into the living room. To check outside, I shoved the wobbling window straight out of its frame. With a large splash from the falling frame, I looked through the heavy rain at the outside screen. Why are there still lights going on? Street? Not really. Abandoned vehicles, partially collapsed buildings, and aggressively overgrown trees have turned the once orderly roads unrecognizable. With water nearly up to our calves, traveling outside wasn't necessarily easier than inside buildings. It could even be life-threatening. I had no idea how Robert's group, who abandoned Susan and left with the research team, got out. By boat? Rushing water poured down from my right. That not only showed how heavy the rain was, but also how large the rough rooftop area of this building was. This place could once have become another building. Many places could. But now, these large structures that could shield people from wind and rain were dead silent. Still, there was one piece of good news. I found a building that looked very much like the department store. It was right in front of us. After a short rest, it was completely dark out. Taking advantage of the light and rain, we left the ruined apartment building. I had expected this, but the pure darkness at both ends of the street still made me. Why did you suddenly sigh? Don't like at all probably means no living people. Still, you've actually come this far. You've worked hard. No, I can still walk. Her calves seemed to have scrapes and shallow cuts. With a dress on, her legs had no protection at all. I stared at her wounds with concern, but decided not to bring it up. Tetanus lonter. Looking up, I saw a huge billboard in the distance had already faded. The supporting steel frame would probably snap completely in a few years. When that happens, we'll make a massive move. Will we ever get to hear that sound? A mall had much more space than residential buildings, but keeping warm in winter would be much harder. I don't know how many refugees this building once held, no matter how glorious it was before, now it's just ruined. Hello Akira, hi Nichaya, what do? There might be supplies inside. Hey, hi Ron, this is a rhythm game? Yes, it's a rhythm game. Ditinta mas, oke aman ito. Selamat masak. I've seen this, eh, I've seen this kind of billboard in the photo album. Where is here? A mall. They used to sell everything there. There should be a lot of new things we've never seen. Okay, Maip, okay, Rod. Then, what kind of things? Can you take me to see? Oh, do you know Wristline? Yeah, it's like that, but on PC. Because the one on mobile, you have to actually tap the notes. In PC though, you just have to mash keys, you don't have to worry where you tap the key. But yeah, it's like Wristline, PC version wise. That's exactly what I plan to do. But there is a generator inside the department store, and I'm not sure whether it's broken or not. Me good, just got homemade nasi goreng, let's go. If the generator is still running, touching water could hurt you, so hold on to me tight and be even more careful than me. Get it? I remember. At least right now, Luvia's face showed rare excitement. She'd never been able to suppress her curiosity, especially in a place that might hold countless traces of history. Oh iya, ngomongin Rizline udah versi PC. Bayar tuh. Broken bridges and rubble formed a path to the mall, but the water here seemed deeper than on the road. We must have reached a lower part of the city. The main entrance was deliberately blocked. Is the VN side Romans? I don't know. I don't think so. Eh? I thought it had collapsed. Judging by the frame of the mall entrance, it's still fairly intact. It couldn't have collapsed enough to completely seal the entrance like that. My gaze swept over the rubble pile at the front entrance, then settled on a breach in the outer wall nearby, about 3 meters high. We can get in through there too. We can barely climb up by gripping the uneven wall beside. The water is flowing out, so there should be space inside. Not high? Want to try? I'll pull you up. I'll try. I think I can do it. I was thinking if this failed, there would probably be more than one breach in the wall. X for help. But since no other breaches were in sight and she said this, I could also use this chance to gauge her upper body strength limit. I lifted my leg to test footing and carefully moved along protrusions on the mall's outer wall. The wall surface was made of absurdly smooth material. I used all my strength just to stabilize myself and inch my foot forward. Tuvia copied me behind, but stepped into empty air and dropped straight into the water. Wonder we'll get the rhythm game plus romance VN. I think this is probably the closest one you'll get. This is really slippery. Stay below. I'll see if I can climb up first and pull you. Be careful. There are glass shards above. I can't see from this angle. Where exactly? A bit more to the left. About 2 palm widths from the recess my left hand is holding. I'll try to avoid it. Thanks a lot. Even with gaze, no one wanted to injure their palms at a time like this. Only, my left foot suddenly couldn't find any footing. Are you okay? I'll check if there's a gap below. I heard water sloshing behind. Yeah, the strip your foot is on has a missing section behind it. About the length of an arm. What do we do now? I thought about jumping down first, but the wall breach was only about 2 body lengths away. So close, but I'd have to avoid the gap below and glass shard above. I leaned my body as far as I could so my hand could barely reach the edge in one desperate strength, but failed mercilessly. I think this height might be comfortable. At this angle, I could only see through the rough position of the gap. After Olivia told me that, I decided to try. I pushed off hard and leapt diagonally up. Even if I failed to hold, at worst I'd fall into the water below. Luckily, my hand caught the leverage point. I used my back strength to lift myself to the breach and climb it into the building along the groove I had grabbed. Looking up, I realized this was not the public mall area, but the rubble on the ground clearly marked a path to a wider section. I turned back to Olivia, seeing I got in. She immediately stepped onto the wall, eager to try again. Don't try. I'm afraid you'll hurt your hand. I'll pull you up directly. Is there a rhythm game plus multi-choice again, I wonder? I mean, any kind of game is possible. We just never found it yet. Okay. She gestured, then jumped backward into the water with a huge splash. Not just once. Are you okay? She struggled up from the water. I stepped on a brick underwater just now. Are you hurt? I think mostly fine. Just hurt my elbow a little. It's nothing. Nice splash. Or maybe it simply doesn't exist like that. I mean, be the change you want to be, you know? You make your own VN. Rhythm game plus VN. Ah! Frick, I clicked the button. Sabar. As soon as I click on BRB, I thumped my own head. She didn't need to get hurt at all. Come stand right below me. I'll pull you up. I'll guide you. If you can't come up in one go, try stepping on these grooves in the wall first. The roaring rain exploded beneath us. The rain that had weakened a little swelled again in full force. Olivia grabbed my hand, and we climbed with all our strength. A little hard. Watch your feet. I'll try. Olivia set one foot on the edge of the breach. Just as I was about to pull her up, her foot slipped and she fell down. Hold on! I braced my toes against the wall and held on to her with all my strength. I knew I'd tear my muscle if I kept pulling her like this, but I couldn't let her get hurt. The strong pull got Olivia up, and my toes finally kicked the corner brick loose. Losing balance, both of us fell onto the floor by the bridge. It hurts. I would expect to hit my head too. Thank you. Because I put one hand between Luvia's face and the floor, it left a bloody scrape on the back of my hand. But as long as it wasn't my palm that got hurt, it's fine. And even if she fell right onto my hand, she's way too light. I didn't mean she was like a ghost or anything. It's just, she must be very weak, with no extra weight on her at all. Are you okay? Do you want to try standing up and walking a little? She stood up faster than me. This time I'll pull you up. When she grabbed my hand, I deliberately hit the wound on its back. This might be a cargo transport mistake, I thought. Neither end directly connects to the mall public areas. Fortunately, only a thin layer of water has moved, so we didn't have to worry about hidden collapse. One end of the corridor was a flooded stairwell, with plenty of miscellaneous items floating beside a toppled metal ladder and a toolbox-like object below. Let's head to the other. This place and a building are quite similar. This is Sophia. This place and a building are quite similar. Probably because they're from the same era. Maybe this scene is what the building will look like in the future. Everyone will... There hasn't been a single sound of humans since we came in. There might not be any survivors here. No matter how lively this mall once was, it's now just a massive, sprawling ruin. We followed the other path up to the second floor of the mall, and our view cleared up a little. But it wasn't artificial light. The glass vaulted ceiling at the top of the mall was shattered, leaving only its frame. If it weren't pouring rain, moonlight would surely stream down through there. We don't need the moon. The moon can't help anyone in this world. I think this is important sentence here. very definitely will be important thing in the future. The weak light now was enough for me to make out goods and construction debris floating below. Rainwater poured through hidden breaches from all sides in the broad first floor area. Empty cans and rotten boards drifted like raft. Inside, so different from the photos. In the photos, the mall was much brighter. Colors were vivid. There were all kinds of things everywhere. Maybe this mall once had everything too. But compared like this, the current place feels even more desolate. Lugia and I talked while moving through the second floor. Rainwater fell through top floor gaps into the deep basin below. Then, where are the traces of recent human activity? I still found no evidence of civilization here after the rain. If there are no traces of human activity here, I think there are two possibilities. You mean? First, this place fell very quickly after the rain because I pointed at the huge gap above. So the people hiding in the mall all... Second, order existed here once, but it collapsed quickly. Too many years have passed and no traces remain. How could that be? There are so many more supplies here than in the building, even lots of appliances. Even with large generators. So what ended up happening to the people here? BRB, okay. Black mushrooms had grown inside the washing machines. Some of those might actually be edited. Is that black mushrooms? They're black but glowing. Huh? Glowing? Better not touch them then. We reached the broad central staircase and went down until one more step would put us in the water. I picked up a round metal can that floated to my feet. Jamur hitam. Radioactive. I think it's mold. I mean, mold is a type of mushroom, right? Its pattern had long washed off, but while rotating it in my hand, I saw one word on it. Meat. Then I didn't care about anything else. As long as it says that word, it's enough. Luvia, this isn't a mushroom. eat it? I don't think you can eat 100 years old meat, but uh, not the can, the stuff inside. Wait, what? Round metal can. Oh, makanan kaleng. Yeah, I think canned food can be eaten. Probably. I tried to pull the ring tab, but it was so old that it snapped off with a tiny pop. Nemu kaleng ya kaleng. Helpless, I found a screwdriver nearby and tried to lay it open. Inside, dark brown chunks of meat soaked in oil gave off a rich aroma. Ooh, canned meat. Let's go, finally. Buat banget pakai tangan kosong. Pakai screwdriver. Lepas itunya kan biasanya makan kaleng ada gagangnya. Gagangnya lepas sakit di handle of the can opener ripped off. It's real, genuine meat. A precious ingredient that we used to get only a tiny piece of to put in a mushroom soup during celebrations was just sitting inside a metal can, floating in the water, unclaimed. This smells so strong. Is this really for eating? Try it. Usually you can't get this even if you want it. After hearing me, Olivia decisively took a piece, frowned, and put it in her mouth. Soon, her tightly furrowed brows relaxed. Although she's smiling, it really tastes so good. It's nothing like what we ate before. I couldn't wait to taste it too. I dropped the screwdriver, rinsed mud off my hands with rainwater, and put the piece into my mouth. This meat! Unlike dry jerky, this was fully tender, with rich oil aroma and completely unfamiliar seasoning. People in the past could actually eat this every day. They must have been amazing to preserve things like this, and even after so long, it still tastes so good. Yeah, it's a shame the shield still couldn't do anything about the rain outside. I slowly raised my head and looked at the leaking sky above. Thick clouds let no moonlight through. But right now, I was still happy. As expected, the mall did have Christmas supplies, and we got them so easily. Hi, Fa! Hello, welcome to my comment. Thanks for reading, okay? For now, staying here means no immediate food or shelter problem. It's just that the rainy season is coming soon, and the winter cold will kill us without mercy. Before that, I must figure out where to go next. Luvia and I devoured canned food at top speed. Even knowing there was more like it, we still licked every bit of grease off our hands. Let's stay here tonight first. Find an office upstairs. The outside world is so big, it feels endless. In the building, there's only one tiny tool room. Even though many places are different from the photos. But I think I can understand now. It's exactly because the world isn't like the one in the photos that it attracts me even more. Because every step can reveal something new. Maybe me, maybe my being alive right now also had meaning. I can know both the old world and the present one. The ending of this world. In the end, we two are the ones witnessing it. I'm happy too, yeah. We escaped together, and what lies ahead is a life that we'll never have. Still, now that there are two anomalies like us, I wonder if there are others like us. If so, we have to find them. Because that person must be like us, unable to be understood by everyone around them. Hello, welcome to Akira Sakuchi. That night, Olivia and I slept back to back. In my dream, I met myself again. A new day, bright sun, birds singing, flowers blooming. Ih, tidur bareng cewek cantik. As if. Also, when I opened my eyes, I had someone rolled under a leaking window and was soaked all over. You're awake? Uh, waking up to a cold shower. I wandered around nearby a bit. Indeed, when I opened my eyes, Olivia was standing not far from me, holding the flower guide and calmly watching. How is the book not soaked wet? I thought she fell into the water. How long had she been watching me like that? Since I woke up? Or before that? My gaze shifted from her big eyes to the room corner. A triangular tower of cans, stacked like blocks by who knows. Ih, memanglah baik sekali Lydia nih. You went out? I'm back. Welcome back, Babu. I wanted to know whether there were more traces of anyone else having lived here. Hmm, but I only found more canned food. Eh, nada. No more food problem for us. She went out alone without telling me. But she got decent results, so I shouldn't blame her for being alone. Were you hurt? I'm fine. The wounds on my legs have already scabbed. She kept staring at my face. No signs of anyone, right? Hmm, the generator is broken, I figured. But she found a generator? How far into remote areas did she go alone? Uh, hmm? A bag is stuck to your face. Oh, she's smirking. Ah, I see. No wonder she'd been staring at my face. I felt where she pointed and removed the plastic bag stuck there. I only ate meat yesterday and ignored this. This is revenge. They're beautiful too, abandoned here to rot slowly. They were supposed to be eaten. Yeah, but you're not supposed to eat stuff that expired 100 years ago. Who knows how many things were completely abandoned after the rain? Impossible to verify now. Many are gone. Panjang juga nih chapternya. I didn't expect it to be this long. I wrung water from the hem of my shirt while standing up to observe outside. With constant rain, at least the streets were visible. A lot of vehicles lay haphazardly in water, only half exposed. Small piles of plastic trash had gathered near distant rubble. As far as I could see, aside from a few tangled trees and flowers, there were no unrotted organic materials. Eat the leaves. How did you rest? Feels fine. Today we'll use this place as our base and search the street next to it. The unknown street on the other side of the mall. I checked carefully last night. Both ends of the street with already walked had no light, meaning short-term progress there likely wouldn't yield anything. After splitting one cold, eh, After splitting one caught can, full and energized, Olivia and I began exploring nearby streets. Olivia stopped from time to time to observe surrounding buildings. She was probably searching in her memory for places matching the photos she'd seen. Downtown high-rises grew closer. The city center was built at lower elevation, and standing water deepened until we ended up walking on car roofs. We deliberately moved towards lower areas to avoid getting trapped away from the mall if rain suddenly intensified. But today the rain stayed light. What do you mean we moved towards lower areas to avoid getting trapped away? I mean, wouldn't you go to the higher areas? Whatever. We need to understand the status of other shelters. Because I want to know whether the social system of remaining civilizations have already converged. Lumayan panjang, iya panjang banget. I don't believe a city this large will have only one backward shelter like our building. No reason for that building to be an exception. They once treated goods with outsiders, so within 10 kilometers there should be logically more shelters. If you find even one place more progressive than the building, I can judge how much reliable help we might gain on this journey. After who knows how many hours, when the sky shifted from the brightest gray to dimmer tones, I realized we'd clearly missed lunch. We've entered most accessible buildings. No meaningful discoveries. Could it be that we're the only people left in this district? Oh, that's Lulia. Could it be that we're the only people left in this district? Very possible, though I don't want to admit it. Fine rain drifted with cold wind. Under a massive half-collapsed eave of the library across from City Hall, Olivia and I sat in the room, sharing canned meat. We should already be quite far out. I don't get it. Robert's group should let at least some praise. Your expression is much more serious than yesterday. Is it? I didn't notice. Sorry. Maybe I was too anxious today. If you're tired, let's stay in the mall for 2 nights and settle our mood. I'm afraid you'll get hurt. My eyes fell on growing mushrooms in the dark corner beneath the collapsed edge of the heap. Mushrooms. Right. Maybe somewhere very dark? Do you remember? In the album you gave me, one photo was taken relatively recently. Yeah, some photos were taken recently. In the photo, there was a long box with many people inside. A place that dark doesn't look like inside a building. Not inside a building, darker than indoors. Metro. My gaze returned to those glowing mushrooms. Got it. From now on, we watch for any passage leading below our feet. Below our feet? You mean underground? Exactly. Water keeps getting deeper here, and I ignored this possibility. The place that can truly avoid rain is underground. I stood and looked around the broken high-rises. Downtown once had extensive subway lines. There might be large areas below that are relatively safe even in rain. Unfortunately, the three subway entrances we found had all completely collapsed. I don't know why, but damage there was clearly worse than nearby buildings. Besides that, we found one well, eh, this- blah. We found one well set on an elevated platform like a parking area, just above the waterline. Could someone be deliberately hiding the fact that civilization exists below? I was thinking the same. If we agree this quickly, it's probably true. Then we won't take the usual route. I thought of that well we just found. Downtown, a roadside parking lot with a vertical well. For what purpose? Livia and I waited back near the well. They were designed as an open-air parking. A huge tarp has been stretched above for rain cover. No matter how I look at this is strange. We walked to the well and looked inside, seeing a ladder on the inner wall. Livia, we may not return to the mall tonight. I'm ready. Me too. Wait up here. After confirm it's safe, we climb down, okay? I'll wait for you. I scanned the surrounding again, confirmed no one was around, handed the letter I kept in my pocket to Livia, then turned and climbed into the well. What letter? The air smelled of damp mold. Though I kept descending, I couldn't see the bottom. Only the bright opening above kept shrinking. Maybe leaving Livia up there was actually a bad idea. I shouted Livia's name upward. A few seconds later, she answered. I'm not at the bottom yet, but start climbing down too. Soon I won't be able to call you. Livia answered again. The light overhead was almost fully blocked. I knew Livia had climbed into the well. I felt a little guilty. Just in case, I'd made Livia carry Susan's letter. She was also still holding the floor guide, making this ladder harder for her than for me. I don't know how long we climbed it down. Fortunately, Livia's distance from me kept closing. My hands are almost giving out. The ladder surface is getting newer the lower we go, and the air below is drier. People definitely live down here. I didn't notice whether the ladder had interruption midway, but when top light nearly couldn't reach us anymore, light came from below instead. After yet another unknown stretch, I jumped onto solid ground. There was almost no standing water, and that felt unreal to me. Dry floor, dry walls, dry ceiling, none of it felt real. Livia reached the bottom 20 seconds later. I caught her as she landed, and she swayed, bracing herself onto the wall. So, so tired. There's light ahead. Electric light. People really live here? People live here isn't fully accurate. This place looked like a maintenance passage, with pipes and metal boxes all over the walls. But that alone proved this place used industrial technology. It wasn't simple. I don't know whether they'll be hostile to us. We basically just dropped in from above with our bodies. Move carefully. Keep at least 10 meters from me. If anyone appears, don't go near. Luvia nodded and cautiously hid first in the corner of the passage. I looked towards the fluorescent glow in the distance and finally took a step forward. Tempatnya kayak hutan bambu. Ya, pipa-pipa ini isinya nih. Just pipes. Oh my god, finally. After meeting negotiable, play Rustala. Okay, we're gonna play Rustala. Ini matanya lompatnya jauh banget tau. Goes from level 3 plus. Level 10. Like, at least give me level 5 or 6 or something, man. Malah cliffhanger, makanya lanjut ini. Si Yura. Penonton kecewa. Aduh. Apa bisa kok? Kita main sekali. You know what? I want to chill. I just want to chill mode. I'm too stressed out playing high difficulties. Yakin bisa nggak? Yakin sih. Makanya main normal aja. Oh, I forgot to tap twice. Ah, dikit aja. Well, there goes our combo. S rank. Iya kan? 2, 3, 10, 10. No, I missed. No. Rhythm game meski hard enak-enak aja buat crash list ya. Okay, continue story. Oh, look, someone. This looks like a girl. But she looks tiny. I don't know. Let's just use default girl boy. Stop right there. Who are you? A beam of harsh light appeared from behind the corner of the corridor. I looked towards the light. I could hear 2 sets of footsteps. Observe. Observe who they are. Kan tinggal pilih tuh, nanya kan, Mircaya, you're looking for rhythm game with visual novels and options right there. There's option. Iya nggak terlalu berpengaruh sih juga, tapi there's option. Spit it out. Where did you come from? And who are you? Or else you'll get kicked out. Yeah, or else you're getting kicked out. Multi-ending nggak multi-ending sih, probably going to be linear, but small differences. Before I could react, the beam of light was already on me and Luvia. We're just wandering outside, trying to find shelter from the rain. We came in by accident. By accident? You don't even have rain here, and you call that an accident? The infiltrators from Pink Chan Wharf said the same thing last time. Pink what? Wolf? Sis, something is very off about them. I think they're definitely spies. We're not spies. We're refugees from a building in the upper district. So Lara, we don't need to be so aggressive. Look, they clearly don't help, don't they? But sis, can you like yourself up real quick? I cannot see a thing, man. I see, kan? Yes. Gak multi ending sih dan belum mikir ke situ soalnya buat next chapter. Oh iya bisa pilih-pilih. By the time I understood what was happening, another taller figure was already speaking with the one who just yelled at us. The one called sister. Did you forget our promise? We can't turn a blind eye to those in need. They might be spies, but before that, they are survivors just like us. But the council will definitely. So Lara isn't really afraid of being blamed herself, right? It's fine. I'll take responsibility. Uh, fine. I'll listen to you, sis. Chang Chang! Oh my god! Mechanic girl! And Muna lagi dah. What is that armor? Is that a pot? A vase? Why? That doesn't look natural shape. The blind light dimmed, and I could finally make out their figures. My apologies for the rudeness earlier. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Celine, one of the administrators here. And this rather fierce-looking one beside me is my younger sister, Solara. Ah. Solara kept staring at me warily. Why me instead of Luvia? Because Luvia looked harmless? Dikasih pilihan beneran. We finally found other people. Nah, lo mau pada tiga cewek pilih siapa? Cuma itu sih pertanyaan aku. Ih, aduh. Ah, nggak tahu ya. Aku sih suka cewek tomboy sih jujur. Jadi kayak nggak tahu ya keluar dari personalitinya sih si Solara ya warna merah ya. Terlihat terlihat seperti Eris dari Mushoku Tensei. Kayak like red hair, red eyes, she's definitely fighter, right? Auto tengah. Akira really likes strong woman. Wah, lagi. But I mean, if we're considering story-wise, I'm the type of person that gravitates towards the first girl I meet on the story. Like it's why I like Amber. Well, because Amber is cheerful, right? But yeah, the reason why I stick around with Amber for so long was because she's the first girl we met. So, Luvia, don't worry. You still have a place in my heart. Look at her face, her blue big eyes, the exasperation. I don't know what I'm talking about. Luvia trotted up to Solara excitedly and looked her over with curiosity. Hey, what are you doing? I'm warning you, I can still call security right now. Livia then moved over to Celine, inspecting her carefully. What exactly are you trying to... What is there to look at? Haven't you ever seen living people before? Akhirnya tipe milih childhood friend. Yes! Childhood friend should win! Apalagi kau tomboy. Tomboy childhood friend. Peak, peakest of peak. My kind of romance, yes. What's wrong? Your clothes are different from ours. Of course we're different from poor outsiders like you. Isn't that obvious? If you want to join the shelter, you can wear the same clothes as us. Move in? So you all live in this underground area? Yes, we do. And so do others. Celine pointed to a small inconspicuous metal sign beside her. A few words were written on it. Arcadia. We arcade, let's go. This is This is the utopia beneath the city, our second continuously functioning society. Society. That word was unfamiliar not only to Luvia, but to me as well. I see. And does that mean you let us live here too? Sesuai judul chapter. Of course. Though it would be even better if you could come with us to complete immigration procedures. Wih, ada imigrasi ya tuh? Arcadia. I feel like I've seen that word somewhere. Have your families lived here for generations? Ya, bulan sama matahari. The sun and the moon. Didata dulu ya. Di keduk capil dulu. That's right. This has been our home for generations. You even gave it a proper name. We just call it the building. And the building I used to live in never had a name. Everyone just call it the building. On the way, Celine asked why we didn't fall asleep even after being caught in the rain. We couldn't give a definitive answer, but from her expression, she had clearly dug out something noteworthy from our brief explanation. Buat claim jadi your wife, kan? Your wife lagi. I wasn't in a position to ask exactly what conclusions she had reached. I still held something back from her. In this underground society beyond my understanding, I couldn't immediately trust any stranger. I didn't want Luvia to be treated as a heretic, a demon, a monster again. Celine smoothly shifted the conversation to an introduction of this underground city. Before long, we arrived at the immigration office. Under her guidance, Luvia and I completed the immigration process properly. I mean, to be fair, how many people would you process anyway? Like, the, what are the chances of you meeting random people in the open that you had to make an office dedicated for immigration? Surely it's not that many, right? I heard housing here is assigned, and they even assign us separate rooms. Alah, gak gabung kamarnya. Oh, I was hoping for combined rooms. Ya untuk mendata orang di Cuge mata-mata tadi balik. Iya sih, tapi kayak emang sebaik itu aja mata-mata, bro. You two must be tired. So Lara and I will take you to your residence. Oh dear, where did that kid run off to? After following Celine for a while, we ran into Solara on the way, who was yelling at pipeline workers by the roadside. Damn. Kalau udah di blacklist nggak boleh masuk. Hey, are you trying to give everyone in the house diarrhea with you by connecting kitchen drainage to the clean water supply? Why are you just staring at me? Are these blueprints on my face? Install the backflow preventer now. Solara, come help me escort these two new residents to their room. Solara glanced at me, then at Luvian behind me, and follows us unwittingly. She's very fierce. After only a few steps, she turned back and furiously scolded the pipeline workers a few more times. Jahat banget. Good thing I happened to check. Otherwise, the hospital couldn't handle this kind of mistake. Rather than a metropolis, this place felt more like a living system with limited cyclings, yet one that instinctively made you think its total area was vast. Livia and I followed behind the two sisters, and Livia kept looking around with curiosity. Kalau kamu sama dia nanti di KDLT Akira. I know. I mean, look, this is I'm I'm just going to be putting out disclaimer first, okay? This is just fiction. Okay, this is just bukan what if sih. Kayak it's fiction, okay? It doesn't mean that I wanted this to happen to me in real life. Okay, I do not want domestic violence happening in real life, especially to me. But fiction wise, I mean fiction wise, I like the kind of woman that can just beat me up. I don't care. Sorry, this is supposed to be rhythm game, bro. Ya udah. Aduh. I want to be woman handled. Aduh, ngarang udah. Kalau nggak ada orang kan bercanda doang. Iya, bercanda doang. Oh, just joking for a bit. Aduh, let's just continue this. Kira bong, no. Aduh, jelek, jelek. Ya, continue. Even the widest underground passage only fit 8 people side by side, while narrower sections were a maze. I lost count of how many turns and ladders we had taken. This isn't even the main urban district yet. Seriously? The passages were packed with pipes and gates, and we gradually began seeing more people. Oh look, unmanned person, maintenance worker. Chairman Celine, back near the cave entrance again. Boss Solar is with you too. Hey, that's right. We don't have any urgent matters keeping us busy right now. Who are these two little ones behind you? Don't think I've seen them before. I forgot to introduce you. These two are my new assistants who started helping out recently. They help a lot with document deliveries. Hey, makes sense. Boss Solar is busy these days, so no one can look after you all the time now. Ya, kembali lagi dan NPC malas bikin. Sis is not someone who needs to be looked after, okay? Hey, you two, take good care of Chairman Celine. Ah, okay, understood. By the way, those two don't look very motivated. Are they really fine? You can trust my judgment of people. Alright, be careful on the way. Solara looked at us. Alright, so when exactly did we get promoted to be your sister's assistants? Since sis already said it, that's the official answer. From now on, answer that way no matter who asks. Got it? Cowok NPC dapat hadiah. Iya nih cowoknya default doang. Cewek doang digambar. Aduh, kasihan cowok yang jadi faceless. As you command. But what's an assistant? Serving tea and water, rubbing shoulders, wiping tables, that sort of thing. So Lara, that's not what this job is. What major task could two people who crawled in from the surface possibly handle? After saying that, Solara quickly caught up to Celine again. People here seem to trust Celine implicitly, not doubting her story about our identities for a second. So when Celine said she was an administrator here, it was the truth, and it felt like she had casually omitted a much weightier title. After all, someone who can wave us through immigration approval is definitely not ordinary. How do our protagonists know what an immigration is like? Like, I don't think that kind of knowledge is something that will be passed on through generations, especially in such a tiny building. So, like, how would he understand what immigration is? We followed Celine and Solara for a long time until our legs began to ache. We're almost there. I wanted to speed up, but getting here had already been a long trek. I could barely take another step. There were more and more people around us. Everyone knew the two sisters, and without exception, treated them with great respect. Mungkin di society dia juga ada immigration, tapi di ceritanya gedung dia beneran kayak isolated. Mereka tuh nggak pernah, mereka aja nggak tahu ada manusia lain gitu. Jadi nggak tahu ya, mungkin, nggak juga sih. Kalau nggak salah yang eksplorasi suaminya Helen kan juga baru-baru itu kan, nggak lama-lama kali ya. So yeah, they probably know that there are the humans, but they've never really do any diplomacy with other places. For all they know, the building is the only thing that has humans. Plot hole author, iya nih nggak dipikirin dia nih. Terus itu Luvia dari mana? Dari mana sih? Kalau nggak salah Luvia tuh muncul aja gitu. Like one day she just appears. Aku join midstream gak tau, iya sorry. Jadi kan tahu kan, jadi hujan itu sebenarnya mematikan. Kalau orang biasa kena hujan tuh mereka langsung kayak koma gitu seketika. Nah, Suatu hari pas kita lagi ke atap gedung atau mau ngapain, ketemu cewek di hujan dan dia nggak terpengaruh gitu kayak si Luvia ya udah chill aja nggak koma nggak apa. So I think that's how it was, right? Aku juga lupa sih chapter satu. Forgot what chapter one is like. But if I remember correctly, Luvia just appeared one day in the rain, and that's why people thought of her as a demon, heretic, like very bad stuff, because they don't know where she came from and why she can stay up in the rain and stuff. We're here, you two. Oh ya, Chacha berkata sama Mommy Susan soal mimpi. Hmm, kayak acara kerja mimpi ya kan? Tapi ya berarti sebenarnya kita bisa bangun dari mimpi. We can wake up from the dream if we have enough courage to do it. But like when you get touched by the rain, you fall into a very comfortable dream. Like you don't want to leave the dream. Like why would you want to leave? Everything is so enjoyable in that life. So it took a lot of motivation and courage to actually wake up from the rain. So I guess that's why we'll never really wake up before. We're here, you two. Welcome to the underground paradise, Arcadia City. I swallowed and stepped out of the tunnel. Mana ada gambarnya nggak? Will they give? Wih, wow, it really feels like a city with canned foods. We should have brought our canned food, like here, our tributary. The dim environment was made clear by large-scale lighting, revealing a truly bustling cityscape before my eyes. Yes, take a good look. This is the ideal city, the shelter people dream of. It lived up to its names. Here, underground, was a new human society. Klik lagi Apple. Oh yeah, bener. I thought I have to play new song. Look, they even have beds and lightning. What the heck? You're supposed to be in a post-apocalyptic world. I expected bunkers from floor to ceiling, like at least 3 beds stacked on top of each other. Cramped rooms, like space is a precious commodity and you give it this to us. Just came 5 di kosan. Iya anjir. Pindah yuk. Aku mau pindah ke Arcadia. I was having my own room, lying in my own bed. I could feel the softness of the pillow against my chest. My sleeping posture must have been an absolute mess. Although we used things like plastic sheets as mattress back in the building, this was my first time actually resting on the real bed. It's so soft, making me feel sleepy all over again. Before this, Lovia and I had been arranged into separate rooms to rest for a while. I thought I shouldn't sleep yet. When I opened my eyes again, hours had passed. I pat my face slightly and sprang out of bed. The city is so sprawling that it's highly likely Robert passed through here at some point. Yes, that's the important thing I need to do. The city ran smoothly and reliably, even if you only stayed a few days before moving on. You might have left Susan's child behind in Arcadia. Well, I'll ask Elaine and Solara when I get the chance. Reluctantly dragging myself out of bed, I tossed the corner of the blanket that was trailing on the floor back onto the mattress, and staggered over the door and pushed it open. Ah! Why did you come out of the room? You startled me! Am I under house arrest? Am I not allowed out? Oh, well, hi, are you? It's 11 p.m. You have concept of clocks now. Wow. I see. I guess I'm still half asleep. What's that in your hand? Clothes for the two of you, obviously. You better be grateful. These were made from resources everyone worked hard to produce. Your friend was wandering the streets earlier in that big white dress, getting stared at by everyone. Even I felt embarrassed for her. Solara shoved the clothes into my arms, then walked over to knock on Lubia's door. Huh? Here, your clothes. Put them on. Clothes? How do I change? Huh? You don't even know how to dress yourself? I know I called you savage, but you don't have to act like one. I'll do it for you. Get inside. Kalau udah dikasih baju artinya apa? Artinya sudah diterima oleh istri. And you, why are you staring? Don't tell me you can change either. Of course not. That's more like it. Solara stomped over, fuming, and slammed my door shut in my face. Seriously, I was just about to head out. Looks like asking Solara but Robert is a lost cause for now. Nanti aja kalau udah end section in. But savage? What kind of strange name is that? Hey, we don't even know words. With that question, I went back in, changed clothes, and only then went out again. How can clothes feel this comfortable to wear? Where on earth did they get this material? Good night, jayang-jayang mga lani. The world we used to know and the one these people live in are just worlds apart. You know, like these people are thriving. Meanwhile, our buildings just post-apocalyptic wasteland. They even gave us shoes. Brand new pristine shoes. My God. I stood on the brick paved ground, taking in my surroundings. Also, where does this window lead you? I just realized this, but where does this window lead you? We are underground. Like, it's supposed to be hallways everywhere, right? Right? There's not supposed to be window this big outside, should there? I think, I don't know. The game, yeah, it's Milthm. But we're mostly on the story mode right now. We can show the rhythm game section later. Everything was perfectly ordered, each person with their own little house, like a world lifted straight from a picture book, except every last thing here was man-made. Luvia's door swung open again, and Solar stepped out alongside Luvia, who was now dressed in her new clothes. Gimana, Mena? Oh my god, so cute! Ih, bukankah ini? Bukankah ini? Look at her, she looks so majestic now. Bukankah ini? Is this my... I swear, how can getting someone dressed be this exhausting? Ya, kalah cepat. Haha. Gak boleh percaya ini punya aku dah. How do I look? Sister Solara helped me get dressed. Hey, who is your sister? It suits you perfectly, Luvia. Really? I am dead tired. It's the middle of the night, so I'm going back to bed. I really feel for my sister. She's still over at the parliament. She asked me to give you a tour of the city. That's for tomorrow. Tonight, keep a low profile and watch yourself. And whatever you do, don't knock on my door. I don't even know where you live, lady. Oh. We'll be careful. You're the last person who should be saying that. Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown. Where you are now is the residential district. Each family is allocated housing and receives supplies based on their needs. All residents live in this area. Whether city leaders, farmers, workers, everyone lives together. Everyone knows each other. There's a hierarchy at work, but outside of that, we're all neighbors and friends. Leaders? Farmers? Workers? What are those? How did people even manage to live in that building? Make do with what you have, patch up what you're missing, just go through every day. I've always lived in a small room, so I don't really know. Good lord, what is even going on? Fine, since my sister had let you stay in Arcadia, you'd better learn how Arcadians live. Her fingers began pointing at things around her one another. Simply put, workers maintain all the city's facilities. Drainage, power systems, housing upkeep. Without them, Arcadia would have been flooded by seeping rainwater long ago. Farmers grow our food. Without their hard work, we'd starve and have nothing to wear either. So you have animals underground? Damn. And leaders, like my sister, the council archon, are responsible for setting Arcadia's future directions and making sure everyone can keep living like this. Oh, what a proud look. This city truly deserved that pride. Nothing ever changed, no progress, all just barely to survive. I caught something complicated in Solara's eyes. Ever since the expedition was disbanded, she didn't continue. Solara? I told you, I'm not your sister, alright? Going to bed. Stay off the street at night. If something happens, don't come crying to me. She laughed without looking back, leaving Luvia and me standing there staring at each other. Did you get any sleep? Luvia yawned before she could answer. Why did you get some rest first? But I finally got to wear new clothes. Let's take a walk around. I'll bring you back when you get tired. Ih, ngedate! Wah! I'm calling it this is a date. I'm sorry. Date with Luvia. After leaving our residential area, we still reached what they call the street. The whole place seems to be built around a massive subway station. Yet you could still spot all kinds of vehicles moving through the... What do you mean vehicles? They have vehicles inside the tunnel? Well, not just bicycles parked along the road. Maintenance cars and cleaning vehicles would drift past us every now and then. But that wasn't all. As we wandered, we came across a passage similar to the one we'd walked through when first entering Arcadia, except this one had a rail track laid down it, with a flatbed cart welded from metal frames sitting on it. Simple railings ran around the cart. It had a long body, a row of basic seats on its side, and a control panel in the middle. A paper sign on it to read, Direct to District T, Factory District. Come to think of it, our residential area was in District 4, so this must be how residents get around between districts. Are you tired? A bit more awake than before. Good to hear. Olivia and I climbed onto the car. I had it moving in no time. You actually know how to operate this? It works on the same principle as the machinery back in the building. The track was rougher than I expected. Going around a bend, I grabbed the edge of the seat and nearly toppled over. Was I going too fast? I did think about slowing down, but the wind rushing through the tunnel against my face felt sort of refreshing. Luvia's long hair streamed into the wind. I couldn't take my eyes off her. Sudah terhypnotized by the beautiful white hair. Damn, high-tech factory. By the time I finally snapped out of it, the view no longer just an endless tunnel. We had already arrived at the factory district. The atmosphere here was nothing like the residential district. The air was thick with the smell of rust and smoke. The cart pulled up to the platform, where a worker was loading and unloading crates onto other carts. Oh, lady worker. Also, there are also NPC ladies. Who are you? No, lady. NPC cewek. Who are you two? Coming to the factory this hour? Wih, sosokan lah ya, sosokan ya, Selin. Sosok aja, ini kalau gue bilang ini dimarahin. Gak apa deh, kita ngaku-ngaku Selin assistant aja. Selin's assistants, we're here to collect a sample. We're Selin's assistants, we're here to collect a sample. Luvia's eyes went wide. He had absolutely no idea what I was talking about. For Selin's assistants? I've never heard anything about this. I can have you contact her, but she's in council meeting right now. Would you mind waiting? Ntar diusir nangis. How could I possibly mind? The factory district closed in half an hour. It's not that I don't trust you, but it really is too late at this hour. Bukan perubahan sih, lebih ke peningkatan dikit. Apa ya, pas itu kata explosion team disbanded kan ya. Was it the expedition team or exploration? No, I cannot rewind. Damn you, game. You think I can not rewind? I have the power of Flash being on my side. Let me check for I think it was the exploration team that was disbanded. Uh, expedition team disbanded. Itu exploration team. Udah lah. Gak ada ngaruh kan? Babu, Neko. Kayaknya nggak ada ngaruh. Bebas dari kamu ya lah exploration team. Oh, not only Lord Celine's assistants, but members of the expedition team too. You two must be quite the important figures. Ya nggak terlalu harus. Important figures? Please don't hold me against me for stopping you earlier. There's been a lot of spies lately, but if you're former expedition members, then there's definitely no issues. We do have to close the gates before midnight, so I'll need you both to leave before then. No problem, don't worry. Honestly, I had no idea what that expedition even was. I only caught the term from something Solara had muttered to herself. But I really hadn't expected to carry so much weight. Stepping off the platform and onto the stairs, I heard a deep rumbling from below. I mean, to be fair, we did explore outside, so we're not lying to say we're an expedition team. Someone just walked past a crate full of mechanical parts. It seems like a lot of what the city did is supplied from here. That's incredible! Climbing the stairs into the factory's district, the sight before me was staggering. The place was filled with machineries I've only ever seen in photographs or read about in books. A handful of workers were still at it, welding torches through sparks across the metal surface, cutting machines sent iron shavings flying, and stamping presses rang out with sharp, crisp clangs. Lubia's face was alight with curiosity. Wow, it's incredible! Though it looked like the day's work was winding down, many of the machines had already been shut off. And you two are Celine's assistant. We're here to pick up a sample. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Solara already called ahead. You're wondering why nobody showed up today. The worker led us, half explaining as he went, to a small workshop. He handed us a device of unknown purpose and gave it a few gentle pats. Whatever you do, don't lose it. Send it back when you're done. We still need for the next round of improvements. Understood. How could I possibly understand? What even was this? What on earth was I holding? But anyway, I just need to hand this over to Solara, right? After a brief look around the remaining workshops, we made it back to the station and boarded the car just before the factory gates closed. This time, we shared the cart with 2 workers. I kept wondering the whole way why they weren't talking to us until Lubia, half asleep, leaned her head right onto my shoulders as we rounded the bend. Aww. Aww. I kira kelopak ini. I shifted towards her and we leaned against each other. Aww. I feel the wind on my face and something else. Something only the city of Arcadia could give. I was glad she was with me on this journey. Aww. When ya? This is the part when you say when ya. Ini apa ya? I should probably change the title into like romance and visual novel. Apa? Lah, read it. The next morning, I handed the strange device to Solara, who had come to meet us. When? Kapan? Huh? The factory asked me to pass this along to you. I'm calling security. No matter how you spin it, this is completely outrageous. How did you even get in there? I can't take this anymore. Security! Grab this deal right now! She activated the device in her hand. That was when I realized it was a personal alarm. After nearly 10 minutes of chaos, I finally managed to explain to Solara what Luvia and I had gotten up to the night before. Milthm, Luvia, my beloved. Solara listened with a furrowed brow, growing angry with every word until she was too finished to speak straight. Itu apa sih format tuh deh? You, you two actually impersonate me. Use my sister name. No, I still can't stand it. Security, arrest them now. she, she turned it on again. She set off the alarm again. Luckily for you, I was already planning to take you to the factory. I'll let today's incident slide. Orang yang diusir ngedet di luar sana. Ngedet di hujan-hujan. Yeah, we are dating. Going on a date on a rain, wet, like a sopping wet cat. Don't let it happen again. Understood? This one humbly acknowledged her. Wait, are we a guy or a girl? I don't think it has ever been explained to us before, if I remember correctly. Oh my god, suddenly Yuri. Led by Solara, Olivia and I arrive at District 2 of Arcadia, the farm district. Can you eat these green plants? Good lord, if vegetables aren't for eating, what are they, just for decoration? Learn. Okay, kaide, bye-bye. Let me think how to put this. Right. Every plant here is the fruit of the residents' labor. The vegetable plots converted from old bunkers were full of plants I've never seen before. Farmers in protective gears were out in the field, fertilizing and spraying. It feels quite a bit warmer here than the other districts. The temperature here is regulated by central climate control to meet the conditions plants need to grow. The lights on in the ceiling are also specially made to glow white that simulate sunlight. So this is what sunlight looks like. Wow. Sunlight? Isn't sunlight and lamplight both just bright? The spectrum and wavelength of sunlight are different from ordinary lamps. Why have I been reduced to explaining basic science to people? The point is, plants need sunlight to grow, otherwise we'd be stuck eating nothing but mushrooms, which grow everywhere without any sun. Mushroom. The face closet. Mushrooms. Libby's expression twisted slightly. Oh, look at her, so pretty. My bini cantik banget sih. What's with the zoom in? I don't know, but aduh, if I wasn't streaming, I might have done something not safe with this. Yeah, Kira, you shouldn't be saying that. No wonder we couldn't grow anything in the building. Just mushrooms. Only mushrooms? If I had to live like that, I'd just go stand in the rain. More mushrooms! Apa nih lo? Gak ada, canda aja. Joking around. Gak ada. I probably shouldn't continue my sentence. We did raise some pigs too, just pitifully few of them. Also, you do have animals. I get it. Meet only at New Year, but things are different here. Come take a look over there and you'll see what I mean. We followed Solara into the neighboring area. We could smell the animals from a distance. Not exactly a stench. Honestly, something about the smell makes your instinct light up. It means meat. And that means joy. Meat is happiness. But such a rich, overwhelming animal smell. It was generally my first time experiencing it. This many? Inside the thin-walled barns were large numbers of pigs and chickens. They were kept in separate pens with proper feeding troughs and water, and dedicated farmers to tend to them. Raising this many animals, how much feed must that take every single day? Keeping them isn't a losing proposition. They produce fertilizer for the crop, and the crop's unusable yield can be turned into feed for them. As long as the numbers are managed, it forms a cycle. meeting Arcadia's daily food needs while minimizing actual crop waste. Is that white one a chick? It's even cuter than in the pictures. Your companion here. She seems like she's never seen anything before. And what do you mean in the pictures? It's a long story. Honestly, I don't know why she's missing so much basic knowledge either. It doesn't even match typical amnesia. Clock, 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 clock. Ow! Solara, why are they picking me? I don't look like anything those flat yellow foot things. Chickens don't only use their beaks to eat corn. You rushed up to them so excitedly, of course they'd get defensive. You're not hurt, are you? No, just a little peck mark on my hand. Aw, here let me give a kiss to your pecked hand. Iya, kirain malam-malam lu dasar. Tap out of it, Akira. You're streaming right now. Bonk. Good. As long as you're not hurt. You're too eager. You probably scared it. If you want to get along with them, you have to take it slow. Let them learn that you're someone who brings food. Then I'll come visit it often from now on. You don't just do whatever you want. Caring for them properly takes training. And for that matter, you need an official poultry husbandry permit. Oh, so everything has a permit in here. Oi, 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 oi! You've got a license for that. And pig farming is a separate permit, with an exam on top of that. We have to make sure there are no mistakes in the residents' daily food supply. An exam? Alright, I'll work hard. Please don't make being allowed to raise pigs your life goal. This Solara strong these days for mushroom just moments ago. He led us through several mushroom cultivation groves all the same. Unlike the haphazard growing methods back in a building that relied half on the environment, the mushroom here grew in neat rings from milky white culture substrate. More importantly, the varieties were tightly controlled. A rank level one type of mushroom had only that type. Some of them I've never seen before and wasn't even sure were edible. Some are used for seasoning, others are better suited for soups. Where we used to live, we made mushroom soup and flatbread too, but it was always the same few kinds. The texture varied, but the flavor was more or less the same. So that's why I said the small shelter also have never bothered to research the best way to cook each ingredient. Oh, she's about to call savage. Wow. Okay, baiklah. We're sorry that our pitiful small shelters are, don't have the resources to actually do R&D. Maaf lah ya, litbangnya nggak jalan cuy. Aduh. By the way, your sister just gave us the green light like that. Even arranged 2 rules for us. Does she always treat strangers? You a Phoenix place, Anjir. If she did, Arcadia would have been overrun long ago. The other city's councilors wouldn't let her get away with it either. Right now, cities can only barely keep their city councilors in check by throwing on the authority our previous generations left behind. Yeah, a lot of them aren't acting thoroughly for the good of the city. Something shaped like this is also a mushroom? Yes. She watched Luvia run off curiously towards the distant right. I stayed by Solara's side. I had a feeling she'd been looking for a chance to speak with me alone. You don't know what my sister was doing last night, do you? You did mention that Celine stayed at the council very late. All because of you and your companion. You idiots. Nobody even needs to lay eyes on you. The moment a new immigration application is spilled, it inevitably signals that strangers have arrived in Arcadia. They said you carry something priceless. I can't see what's so remarkable about either of you, but I hope she's right. Something's priceless. I'm not really sure what your sister meant by that either. Don't act like a fool. You know what? You know how powerful the ability to walk outside in the rain is. I mean, I'm not sure what to explore outside anymore, but it's still a power, yeah. Yeah, I won't be able to play Milthm for the same way. I'm unable to continue Katal Soju. Romance is dangerous. No! I mean, you can still play the game without playing the story, kinda. But me here, I want to enjoy my life with Livia. Dasar. Actually, do know. Ah, yeah, so you do know. She won't tell me, but she must have told the council. They were in meetings because of it until very late. Sis didn't come home at all last night. Why? Gak tahu, tanya kayak. Celine may have already guessed that we're able to wake people from the dreams brought on by the rain through some special means, and for some reason, she hasn't told Solara. She must have reasons for that, I thought. It wasn't my place to be the one to tell Solara the truth. After that, I may ask you to assist me with some maintenance work. Is that alright? It's also a way for you to establish yourself here. I'm fine with it. But as for Olivia, she's better suited for farm work, true. But a girl who isn't capable of in multiple areas won't survive in a world like this. I'll put her through her paces with me. When Olivia came back, she found Solara staring at her with a thoughtful look, and tilted her head in puzzlement. Oh, she tilted. She's so cute. Nothing's wrong. We're just discussing the work ahead. Oh look, her eyes are even bigger. I can have my own work too? That's wonderful. Full of energy, aren't you? She's always been like that. There's so much she doesn't understand, yet she almost never complains. Except maybe when it comes to eating mushrooms. It's already this late. Done looking around? Let's head back to District 4 for lunch. 4 is research. We rode the cart back to the residential district with Solara, and she brought us to a restaurant. The restaurant looked almost as large as an entire floor of a surface-level shopping mall. The sign outside displayed the recommended dishes in large characters. Sis and I usually eat here. When we're too busy to sit down, we can grab food and take away. Yes? Solara spotted Celine at the serving counter from across the room and hurried over to her. Celine was holding a tray loaded with food that neither Luvia nor I had ever eaten. Hello you two. How was it? How did Solara's tour go? Incredible! I never imagined a place like this could exist, or a life like this. This place was built through the enormous effort of many people. We hope it can continue to exist, and that it can become even better. The chicks and the piglets are so cute! Right? I think they're adorable too, but never seem to get along with them. Every time I get close, the hands peck me. They peck me too. Solara stood holding her freshly collected tray, watching Celine with a worried expression. These people didn't give you a hard time today? Not really. They're all thinking about Arcadia's future too. Solara and I will go find seats. Get your food and come join us. Behind the serving counter stood several women, busy ladling out rices and dishes, carrying empty trays back to the kitchen, and bringing out freshly cooked food still steaming from the pot. Same lady. Oh, new faces. But did you look like you were having a great chat with Chairman Celine? Are you diplomats? They even have diplomats. What the heck? This world is bigger than we thought. We're sorry. We're just some country bumpkins from the place called the building. Because they don't even bother calling the place. They just call it the building. That's it. We're Celine assistants. We were away on assignment at other shelters. I made that up. Honestly, I wasn't even sure whether other shelters actually existed. No wonder we haven't seen you around. You must keep very busy. Yeah, pretty busy. A lucky guess that landed. I'll stick a little extra rice onto your face. Don't work yourself to the bone. The cafeteria. Auntie cafeteria. Handed me a tray that was heavier than expected, loaded with warm rice, eggs, and vegetables. The aroma drifted up with the steam and filled my nose. Generous? Is it already alright? Don't worry about it. Eat up, eat up. Don't let it go cold. You too, young lady. Eat more so you can grow. Look at the skinny little arms and legs. Ah, thank you. Livia and I carried our trays over to Celine's table. Solara was already sitting beside her. I hope the food agrees with you. Even if it doesn't, don't waste it. Though looking at you two, I'd hope you waste food anyway. That's true. The world you live in and the one we came from barely feels like the same world. You don't have to worry about the rain. You have so much usable space, so many kind of food, stable power, and communication system. We had none of that. Because I already think of you as one of us, I won't keep this from you. I've discussed with the council members. Lately, they've been rather sensitive about outsiders. I hope you'll be able to take part in the city's works going forward and earn everyone's trust. Yeah, I've given it thought. You'll work alongside me when the time comes, whether it's maintenance or farm work, and find a place for you. Orang dalam! So even in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, the power of networking and Ordal is still strong. Aduh. Ordal banget nih. Itulah guys, makanya I forgot to remove project Sekai password. I'm sorry for having this useless text there. When ya kerja lewat Ordal. Neko mau kerja di tempat aku nggak? Dada. Belum ada buka loker lagi sih nanti nih. Kalau ada kabar aku kabari kalau mau. This is only because of my sister. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. I hope you understand that. Understood. Let me be clear up front. I can't guarantee the position will be suitable. This is a negotiation. The notice. Can you accept that? Waduh. Katanya mau kerja lewat orang dalam nih. Don't worry, whatever the work is, I can at least give it a try. Life on the surface was far harder than this. Quite confident. That's fine by me. We need people who are willing to work hard. Kerja Ordal dapat keluarga negara pula. Boleh tuh. Alright. Eat first before it gets cold. There's plenty of time to talk about work later. The smell of the food and the hunger in my stomach had me wolfing it out. Beside me, Livia was eating a big, eagerful mouthful too. I could see the happiness on Livia's face. A happiness so pure it was almost startling. Alright, finally. Okay, so I think it's best if we end the stream now. It's already 2 hours. And I'm not sure. You know what? Let me check my if my dad is ready home first. Dua jam masih setengah perjalanan. Iya sih. I think it's best if I end the stream today because we do have a stream tomorrow. Now, okay, maybe one last gameplay first later, and also check on our matches. Ooh, new pictures. Still waiting for when the other 2 girls show up. Meanwhile, we're still eating mushrooms. Oh look, we can have this now. Oh wait, it costs 5 mushrooms. Damn. Mushroom this. Mushroom this. Ya, bagus. Sabar. Main aku dulu kita. Itu dia update-nya. Belum kebuka ya? Complete sprinkle difficulty in Fantasia Sonata Reflection. Hah? Fantasia Sonata Reflection? Apa tuh? What is area skin? How? Can change skin now? Sabar, mana sih Fantasia? Fantasia. Sonata Star, Sonata Hope. Klik. Nah, tutorial di pack introduction. Nih. Ini kah? Fantasia Sonata Reflection. Why do I have to play yang level normal? Emang level yang selain normal? Oh, ini dia. Oh, welcome to Milthm kan? Ya, harus selesai lagi. Itulah, last song deh. Mau lagu apa kan nih? Lagu terakhir setelah kita mau ending. Any special song you want us to play? Yang mana kebuka ya? Tapi occupy first energy. Clear edition ya. Sama level 11 tuh. Ngeri. Masih patah. Bebas mah kalau mau nge-song buat handshake 100% nggak kuat. Iya kan, nggak bisa. Lagu apa ya? Rekomen atau aku nggak tahu lagu-lagu di sini tapi I don't know what song is good. Primo apa? Tolong jangan story lagi tuh. Pengen selesai malah story. Oh, wait, what? Yang menurut bagus saya nggak tahu lagunya. Iya, lagu ada bayar. Ini apaan? What is this? Cancel dulu. Gue pengen lagu yang bisa dipilih. Oh, ada satu. Apa? Gimme. Lagunya Lower. Nah, itu level 1. I don't want level 1. I want... Oh, okay, maybe just sort by... Maybe something level 7-ish. Favorite. Aku lupa Lost Civilization. Nggak ada Lost. Ini kah? Oh, ini. Level 11, takut. Aja. Kayak I think I found a good song level 7 level 7. Langsung menyerah. cerewet, gitu wah. Ya tuh maaf tuh udah nanti lah, I like them. Bagus lah kalau buat farming, susah lah ya, susah malam hari. Kan habis menderita kita. Cerewet. How could you call me cerewet than you? Gue lupa ini bukan Osu. Susan buat heal. Oh. I am confused. I think I heard this song before. I don't remember when. I'm going to die. Seven to 9, no wonder. I want actual level 7. Boleh lah, jadilah. Yang penting selamat dulu. Well, at least we got A rank, so that's good. And we got water. Okay, now we can water our mushroom. Kasian banget makannya jamur tiap hari. And yeah, and with that, it's time for us to end tonight's live stream of Milthm. Thank you everyone for watching the stream up until this point. Since we haven't finished the story yet, we might do another Milthm stream in the future. I might have to make a dedicated thumbnail this time. So yeah, thanks to Neko for dragging me back into this. We have at least one more live stream, I think already 2. So we can actually finish the main story chapter 2. Because yeah, will be start Neko. If you wanted to see more Milthm live stream or other rhythm game live stream, make sure to subscribe if you're not already and click the notification bell so you don't know when we go live. We also have a Discord server where we usually hang out with the viewers, talk about the games we played on stream, as well as schedule discussions. So if you want to hang out with us more, talk about rhythm games or other kind of games with us, or you want to suggest new games for us to stream for next week, make sure to join our Discord server by clicking the link in the pinned message or in the description. And lastly, next live stream is Project Sekai. Now, on the schedule, it says tomorrow morning at 8 AM local time, but depending on whether or not my dad comes home tonight, that might get rescheduled. So I'm not going to set the schedule in stone yet, but yeah, if there is no changes at all, there might be a stream tomorrow morning. But most likely not sih. I think my dad's going to come home tonight. Jadi kayaknya bapakku mau balik tahun ini, jadi kayaknya besok pagi nggak bakal stream Project Sekai aku. Bakal diganti hari lain. But yeah, look forward for the Project Sekai live stream tomorrow or Sunday, I'm not sure. And yeah, look forward for the rescheduling. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching the stream up at this point. Thank you for Neko Nastar for pushing this game again for me. It's been a while. Last year is the last time we played this, so I'm glad to come back to this game. As well as Nircaya for being here since the beginning, and a couple of people, Aide, yeah, I think just the three of you, just not the people, and Kalores at the beginning. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. My name is Akira Sakuchi. Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I will see you all again later, tomorrow, next week or next time. Also kira everyone, bye bye. Sebelah juga live Milthm siapa? Orang sebelah nih orang yang aku kenal kah? Kayaknya enggak lah, probably not. Udah, thank you everyone for watching the stream. Dadah, and stream for everyone now. Also, sabar gua ngetik dulu. My keyboard bit shitty, but thank you for watching. Dadah! Gue lupa ada teks di sampingnya lah. Tuh. Dadah, and stream.